Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Let me go ahead and get into the game here and then I'll bring you in. Don't worry, it's just loading in. Okay, let me turn down the volume a little bit. That-ish, normally, I think. Let me go ahead and tack a little bit to check.
Pirates heard that sitting down and reading a book could be a good way to unwind. Huh. Since we're not too busy at the moment, why don't we visit the Knights of Avonius' library? Maybe we'll find something simple but fun to read.
Unexpected Paimon thing. Ah, noted. Okay, up a little bit from there. You... That should probably be good. Yeah, very top of it might be a little bit loud, but that should be fine. Let me go ahead and get in here then. Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. I'm Peter Moxilin, Keeper Emeritus. Welcome back to Genshin. So, it's been a week since I've touched this game. Like, even outside of streams, since the last Genshin stream, I haven't actually logged in because I've just had so much else going on. So, like, what even do I have for mail? Ah, that. Sure. I got 400 each. I'll check events at some time later, that's not important right now. So, for now, we are going to be going up to here, where there is a world quest that we got at the very beginning of the previous stream, that I believe will be taking us up into here to look at the new area. Or, it's technically the Fontaine Research Institute Chronicles, so probably around here first of all. Now, as a quick word of note, I think I might have like a little 24-hour stomach bug or something, or possibly just am stressed. One of the two. So, if this is a bit of a shorter stream, then I, for one, am okay with that. And I did briefly look it up online, and unlike the 8-hour Gnome People quest that I have never finished, it looks like the Research Chronicles quest is about an hour long, and has 2 daughter quests that break off from it. And it's basically, I think, going to here for the main one, and then the 2 break-offs are probably here and here or something. Like, one of them is probably up here, the other one I don't know. Maybe it's in here because of the new boss. No, wait, that's the not cathedral. What are you called again? Fortress of Maripede. Yeah, so as a result, if we finish up in, like, about an hour, because we finish up that main quest, I'm going to be willing to call that a stream. I'm okay with having this be a nice, short stream day. Then, if I still have some energy after that to do stuff, then I'll go ahead and just record some videos for the rest of the day, because I should try to build up my backlog of that. Hi, Leah. Okay. Anyway, journal. So, looking for Fontaine Research Institute Chronicles. There we go. Navigate that. Teleport over there. So... look for objective. Cool, cool. Always the best way to start when it's go find the thing. I can teleport up, no problem, so what? Oh, thing. Hold Hold on, I'm actually going to turn this up a little bit in my headphones because it's just really quiet for me. Yeah. Looks like the top of the volume for all of you should be around where I want it to be. Might be a little bit quiet on average, though. Can't do a ton about that. Hi.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, the other way to start this quest is literally this. There's no end to these stupid mecha. All my lovely muscular legs are now full of these horrid welts and bruises. Also, it looked like in combat, the audio was actually going higher than I would like it to. I can think of a thing to do for that, actually. Here, give me just a moment. You. Oh, not you. You. There we go. Go ahead and bump you up a little bit, actually. Yeah, that should work. It's an inelegant solution, but I've re-enabled the limiters, the limiter that I put on Fate Samurai Remnant, so the audio should now be very limited at a... What the hell was that noise? Whatever. The audio should now be limited at a reasonable volume. Thank you, friend. If it weren't for you, I'd still be taking a beating from those mecha. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Desnos, a member of the Fontaine Research Institute, an assistant researcher, or so I used to be. Now I'm responsible for receiving the adventurers who come here for recruitment and conducting preliminary qualification reviews. Right, this is the quest where it was like 10 hours of filling out paperwork, bottles of ink, because no one else can do this quest. They're called preliminary qualification reviews, but it's more just me checking if they're carrying all the proper documents with them. Ah, you're here for the recruitment too? Sorry, please excuse my manners. Let's talk business then, shall we? Did you bring all the documents with you? If not, I can help you with the ones you're missing. Got them right here. Good, let's see. One proof of adventure qualifications, and one 30-day travel history. All nice and clear, this'll do fine. I notice you've only got one adventure handbook with you. I'm gonna need you to show me all the adventure handbooks you've used and are currently using so I can take a photo with them. Also, like other adventurers, as they're more veteran, get new notebooks, basically. Well, you're quite the young and promising one, then. No matter, it's easier having everything in one book anyway. Now, for your commission history, income statement, commission evaluation info, commission statistics, and average positive ratings. You're very hardworking. And you've quite the income, too. Good faith commitment, a notice of liability, a notice of obligation, and a notice of exemptions on information releases for legal purposes. The last one wasn't really that necessary, but, oh well. Still. Very good. Well done. All your documents are with you. Thank heavens. You're the only candidate within the past 2 weeks who actually prepared all the proper documents. Catherine didn't help everyone else, did she? Now all you need is to go to the Fontaine Research Institute to undergo a final review. I was meant to be the one to take you there, but the stupid mecha injured my leg. It's okay. Just tell us where it is and we'll head on over there ourselves. Sounds good. I'll mark the location down on your map. Oh, and by the way, I suggest you head straight to the roof and talk to Mr. Knacker. The Institute sent him to work in the area. You can go talk to him. There are lots of clockwork mecha in the nearby wilds, so he's definitely going to need a formidable guard. Wait, we haven't passed your final review yet! Why are you assigning us work already? There's no compensation either. Oh no, just hear me out! Mr. Knacker's a senior researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute who once even did research under Edwin, so he's got some sway in the Institute. Edwin is a name that keeps coming up. Wasn't Edwin the guy who blew the damn place up? If you're going to get along well with him and incidentally demonstrate your capabilities to him to prove your worth, then you're gonna have a much better chances of passing the review. So what you're saying is that we should help with this Mr. Knacker and thank him for this privilege while we're at it. Precisely! You can tell him, before arriving at the Fontaine Research Institute for the final review, Mr. Desnos has first tasked me with being your guard and ensuring your safety. Anyway, I won't hold you up any longer. You should be on the roof. I've still got to... Ow! My leg. those stupid mecha. Yay! Boop, boop. Wait. The roof up here? Okay. Go through that, I guess. Fire by 31. Really? Yes, really, based on that map, but nope, okay.
Take it easy.
I've said many times, Miss Cronier, rebuilding the Fontaine Research Institute is our only goal right now. You've said the same thing 3 times now. I know all too well that when you guys start repeating things like robots, there's definitely something big that you're trying to hide. Think what you like. As for the numerous issues you mentioned earlier, I suggest you go talk with Miss... Apologies, I had to yawn there. I should have muted myself, whoops. Anyway, I suggest you go talk to Mr. Raimondo. What, is he going to tell me all the things the Fontaine Research Institute is hiding? No, but his ways of beating around the bush might be more sincere. Anyway, Miss Chlorine, I have... Not Chlorine, Cronier. I have my own business to attend to. The one next in line has been waiting for quite a while now. Hello, how can I help you? Are you Knacker? Yes, I am. Introduce yourself as Knacker and describe the final review situation. But upon mentioning Desnos, you remember that what he told you last, blah 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 blah. I see. Thank you for applying, Miss Laneth. And I suppose I must also thank Mr. Desnos' injured leg. The wilds around here do pose many dangers, and having an adventurer capable of passing the preliminary qualification review by my side would be a lot safer. I can't act like I didn't hear that. What dangers are there exactly, if I may ask? According to the investigations, lots of Archeum... Is it Archeum? I think so. Flew out of the Institute when it exploded. Will the uncontrolled Archeum radiate energy? Will it contaminate the surrounding environment? God, I'm halfway surprised they didn't bring Charlotte for this. Oh, wouldn't the entire area be contaminated then? I suddenly feel so much short of breath. That's just your imagination at work. After leaving its catalytic environment... Yeah, I was starting to think I might be more tired than I thought I was. Oh well, let's get through the quest. Archeum immediately returns to an inert state. It wouldn't radiate or contaminate anything. It is apparent that Miss Cronier's way of phrasing her concerns brought you unnecessary misunderstandings. Miss Laneth, may I take another look at your documents? If you really wish to escort me, then we'll have to take something of a detour. I'm going to a few nearby places to review the technological assets of the Institute and nab some documents along the way. Who is this lady? Some reporter, that's all. Indeed, that is what I am. It's a great honor to meet you, Miss Laneth. I've heard your name from my colleagues many times before. I'm Cronier, a journalist for the political affairs section of the Steambird. The one fucking newspaper in this country, apparently. If you have the time, could we arrange for, a time to have a chat? Of course! And of course, Miss Paimon is also welcome to join. I'm very interested in your adventures. Let me see. How does next Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday sound to you guys? Even the Saturday could work even the Saturday could work. We could go for a cup of coffee. Or how about right now? You guys stay here and chat and I'll go about my work duties. That won't do. I've already reserved today's entire interview schedule for you. Sorry, Miss Laneth, Paimon, we'll have to chat another time. I mean, if he's about to go out and work, and we're going with him, your interview slot is either empty with us, or we reschedule. That's okay, we got a lot of work to do. We got work to do today anyway. I must stress again that I'm just an ordinary researcher now, and I have no further information to give you. Plus, we've also got tedious and meaningless work ahead of us. Even if you do go ahead and interview me, you won't get any useful information. You won't get any useful information from it. That won't be a problem, Mr. Knacker. All work has its own unique value, and it's our job to uncover it. Don't worry about me. Suit yourself, then. Let's go, Laneth. According to the schedule, there's a document we need to give the Institute's executive office. Hopefully, Konya wasn't called up for some other work. Oh wow, it's so far away. If only there was a way to get there faster. I'm gonna take a sip of tea, by the way. Oh, not what I thought.
Take it easy.
Let me get the viewpoint. Yay. Remnants of brilliant wisdom. Hey, this is the nation of justice, not wisdom. It doesn't look very wise to me. Oh, saw someone flicker into existence. This is it. Hang on a second while I find Mrs. Konya. Oh, what's this place? A building floating in the air? I wouldn't call that a building, Paimon. Paimon, gets it? This would be one of those magic I only want the second floor, just cut the first floor out buildings where you hear about stories. Is that a Chinese thing? Because that's not a story I'm used to. The Fontaine Research Institute's science is the finest in the world. Suck it, academia! It really is. What you're seeing now is the central laboratory of the Fontaine Research Institute, or should I say, what was once the central laboratory. Mr. Edwin S. Eastinghouse was once within, trying to develop a field generator using Archon. Initial estimates indicated that the device could lift an entire block of buildings. My guess is that the experiment didn't turn out so well. No, the experiment went perfectly by the looks of it. Also, who are you? Oh, Konya, probably. Of course, had Mr. Edwin not left 2/3 of the Fontaine Research Institute in ashes, and apparently the last third in the air by the looks of it, he would have been a shoo-in for the post of the next director. And today, the heavy responsibilities that belong to that post of the director, including a lifelong stipend and private dwelling, must be borne by the likes of, oh god, Choisui and Raimondo. Paimon wonders what kind of people Raimondo and that name are. According to the evaluations of my peers, they are the type who can speak to you for at least an entire day without saying anything. I want to put that to the test. No, you don't! Your job is going to be to get them to do that, and they will succeed. And you will lose a day of work. So it is exceedingly accurate to say that... Okay, I'm going to try. Choiseau is exceedingly accurate to say that Mr. Choiseau's talents are irreplaceable. Look, Laneth, the location of your final review is the former location of the Alain Guillotine. Thank you, Persona. You taught me to pronounce that guillotine really recently. Research Institute, and now the current residents of the Institute. Before the incident, weekly lectures were held there regarding critical projects. Of course, the old administrative functions are all still in effect, and can handle the final review. Oh, my apologies, I'm yawning so much. I did not think I was this tired. What's that plaza for? There are even seats around it. Is it an amphitheater of some kind? I've heard colleagues stationed at the Institute speak of this place. That is the sacred ground of Fontainians, a place where Fonta was born. Refreshing Fonta, a font of refreshment. That is the Fontaine Research Institute's academic assembly hall, and is dedicated to the purpose of displaying the fruits of our research, such as the combat-capable artifice dancers, the gramophone, the turbine-powered glider, among others. Previous analysis of the Institute's assets show that, of the items I mentioned previously, Fonta may be the only scientific achievement that remains legally profitable. What about illegally profitable? I couldn't help but notice your wording contained a few baseless accusations. I'm glad you noticed. In that case, would you mind giving me your opinion of the ongoing criminal activity of selling off research materials from within the Institute? Ah, that's why you're here. Okay. It is absolutely vile, and those involved in the matter ought to be arrested in accordance with the law. Well then, out of those with access. Well then, out of those with access to the Institute's technological assets and the capacity to commit such a crime, who do you believe it was exactly? Could it be possible that it was? Yeah, no, don't ask a question that direct, especially this soon when clearly you don't have an in. It was a criminal. Traveler, let's keep moving. I need to go to the file storage room first to retrieve a survey anchor, which we can use to monitor the strength of the energy flows. It's not far. Let's go. Over to the next one. Try this. There a thing? Oh, there's a thing, I just can't get to it. Okay. What popped into existence? Oh, hi. Wow, I cannot see that with the world marker. Yay. Ooh, probably need to go through a door of some kind. Cool. Chalmet. Chalmet. Mr. Knacker, you finally come. We came across a little hiccup along the way. Never mind that. Have you retrieved the survey anchor yet? I was just about to bring that up with you. I don't know if it was due to the explosion, but the supporting tools that were kept here are all damaged. How long ago was this explosion? Like, originally I thought that it was, I don't know, a century or something, but it sounds more and more like it was 5 years ago or something. You should know, if you don't use the proper tools to retrieve the anchors, you'll be subject to being struck by high-intensity Archeum energy flows. Ooh, intense energy flows from the Archeum. Got it. Huh, but I just said what? I didn't... Relax, sweetie. You are merely speaking the truth. Not like you offended anyone. What Miss Chalmet said was indeed the truth. I hope that I can say the same for what you shall write. Has she said or done anything to make herself untrustworthy? Like, she doesn't seem like the most cautious reporter, but she seems fine so far. Whenever the truth is placed right before me, I never pretend it's not there. That would be a mistake. Is that so? Well, it only takes the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something, but it always takes more brainpower to avert your gaze from it. Yeah, I gotta call bullshit there and just move on. It's clear they're not having the argument with each other, but why does Paimon still feel like the vibe is even scarier than if they were? Or we can think of something, almighty Paimon. How about we just get down to business? You're right. Miss Chalmet, let's go examine the anchor. Okay then. That said, the area where it's located is still blocked. I'll go ahead and open these ports and unblock it. Traveler, as I recall, you were an adventurer who came for the recruitment, yes? Well, when assisting with our institute with its work, you'll sometimes be required to carry out certain precise operations. I'd like to see your practical capabilities first. Could you please go and help Miss Chalmet operate the energy transfer terminal to clear the area where the survey anchor is of obstructions? Okay. God, that was a long sentence. I don't think she's heard this story somewhere before. Something like, your test began the moment you set foot in this area. You could say that. If you pass the final review, then we'll do a detailed competency assessment for you. After all, everybody excels at different things. and the work that they can take on is also differs. And so their compensation will differ as well? Ah, how very blunt of you. But you're not wrong. Ah, then we've got to show them our worth. Just treat this as an early assessment. Miss Chalmé is over there. She'll explain to you how to operate the terminal. Please follow her instructions and unblock the area as soon as you can. I'll be watching you from the side. You teach. Okay. Use the thing. This is the thing that I did in the prison. Okay. Wait, okay, let's actually read this thing, because I didn't know what I was doing at the prison. I had to put out the transfer to different storage devices. If there's another transfer terminal within your viewfinder, you can switch to that other transfer terminal's view by aiming your crosshairs at it and pressing it. All collected energy will be transferred to said new terminal. Other than transferring energy, the transfer terminal can also convert cipher letters within its view into text. This is a test for cipher letters. I haven't thought of any suitable scenarios where this tech can be applied, considering the energy that transfer terminals and their receiving terminals aren't widespread in Fontaine. The use of encrypted images will be limited to within the Fontaine Research Institute. AKA, they didn't want to have to, like, update the other textures in other places to include this stuff. Tailad, maybe, just loves coming up with such useless inventions. I've already warned him not to vandalize the place. The encrypted messages use a special paint that requires an equally special solvent to remove. The formula for the solvent needed to remove the encrypted messages is recorded below. Or not. And then over to you. So that tells us, like, the three main functions. Like, you can read stuff, you can get energy by clicking on it, and you can transfer over to a different view. And then this lets you add energy. Excellent work, the lock has been opened. Your abilities to quickly grasp the mechanics and execute are both outstanding, and your value far exceeds the vast majority of those who participate in experiments. I'll truthfully report your performance as such. So what's next? Whoa! Miss Chronia, what's gotten into you? I suddenly feel like I'm gonna throw up. Miss Chronia, please drink this medicine. Exposed Servi anchors radiate with Archeum energy traces, and the place we are in now has also been affected somewhat. However, this energy level won't leave permanent adverse effects in the body. Just take this medicine and you'll be fine. Okay. Ugh, tastes terrible. Ugh, forget it. I guess this is also like kind of first-hand experience. Just give it a narrative lead and your story's good. Lana, these 2 bottles are for you, or for the 2 of you. Please drink them quickly. Thanks, but I'm good. Really? That's really quite interesting. It's completely at odds with the results of the applications of Archeum Risk Report 3rd edition. You also have been affected by the same amount of Archeum energy. Or, no, wrong voice. We're constantly journeying over mountains and seas. We're way stronger than the people you've got working here. Also, we've seen previously that at least the Traveler has some extra resistance, but also extra attunement to Hydro, so, Correction! You can now assume that all of the Fontaine Research Institute's staff are now working out in the open beneath the sun and stars. Your report might consider mentioning that the difficult work conditions we are enduring, Miss Cronier. I've been wronged without having been notified in advance. The Steambird won't just let this go. Putting all this aside, you clearly have an extremely strong innate tolerance to the energy flow, Traveler. If so, you are certainly the best candidate to assist the Institute without question. Please approach the storage room and report any dizziness, nausea, itchiness, or any other discomfort you feel during the process. Hold on, are you using the Traveler as a guinea pig? Without fulfilling your obligation to inform her of the risks first? You can't prove shit, girl. It is clearly stated in the Institute, abbreviated, Externally Contracted Employees Agreement, Appendix Chapter 41, I think, which she signed. Prior to being officially employed, the applicant shall be subject to the harmless Archeum energy flows tolerance test, and the Institute has the right to terminate the contract based on the results of said test. I hate reading text. You chose not to exercise your right to read, but each document was clearly marked. Please sign your name carefully. Please sign your name after carefully reading the document and making sure there are no mistakes. However, seeing as you are completely unaffected by the energy flow, I believe you may just be the person we're looking for. In any case, let's get down to business. Take 3 steps toward the storage room, then hold still for 30 seconds. We've gone this far, but Paimon still doesn't feel anything. Do you feel any discomfort? Well, the same as always. That's a relief, then. Paimon was worrying about how she'd carry you out of here if you were to suddenly pass out. Although we've come all this way and we can't see Necker or the others anymore, it doesn't seem like they can like we can hear them either. What do we do next? Paimon knows. Maybe they'll chuck some sort of box in here and communicate with us through that. Do they even have technology that cool? Find out soon enough. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of cool gadgets they might use to communicate with us. Can you hear me? Oh, so they rely on the technology of shouting really loud. You guys feel any discomfort? Everything good? That's great! Please continue onto the survey anchor. You should be able to see it now. Once you retrieve it, it will temporarily fall into a dormant state and stop radiating energy. Then we'll be able to come in. Be careful. If you feel uncomfortable, we'll get out of here. And boop. You actually managed to retrieve the survey anchor without any instruments. I think it was nothing. I swear to God, their instrument is probably a fucking rope. Like it's just a little loop on the end of some string. That's amazing. Last time we needed at least 3 of us acting together to retrieve an anchor. Haha, I'm most certain that you're exactly the talent we've been looking for. With your help, all of our work is going to go much more smoothly. Alright, I'll keep it for now. Let's leave this place and report back to the Institute post-haste. Hang on, where's Miss Cronier? Paimon doesn't see her anywhere. She was feeling nauseous, so she stayed up there to rest. But don't worry, she's already taken her medicine. She just needs a little time. Miss Cronier, what are you doing here? A bunch of mecha monsters suddenly showed up outside. They're on my heels. We're about to storm in. Leave it to me.
Busted.
Oh, you dumb assholes.
Shine down!
Done. Phew, luckily the Traveler was here. Those were probably the clockwork mecha that the Institute used before to monitor energy flow, as they're equipped with Archeum energy flow monitoring devices. Although they're now out of control, they still automatically converge here upon detecting the energy flow from Archeum. Mr. Knacker, should the Fontaine Research Institute be held accountable for these out-of-control mechas in the wild? You know what? Solid question on that one. I don't object to that at all. They should be held accountable. Oh? If you truly have a way to have those buried in the ground rise up and speak again. Anyway, also, I sincerely suggest you stay here and rest, Miss Cronier. Miss Croissant and Raimundo are at the Institute's new site. They aren't going anywhere. Once you're feeling better, you can go there and interview them. Then you can go and interview them. Yay! You felt so sick you could barely stand. Don't push yourself too hard. No, I can't. Interviewing Croissant is the final step, not the beginning. That's why I'm following Mr. Knacker around. I want to experience everything firsthand and get tangible evidence. I have to question Croissant with the evidence in hand. That way he won't be able to beat around the bush like last time. And lo and behold, I've now personally experienced the so-called harmless Archeum energy flow now. Once I get to the Fontaine Research Institute, I'm definitely gonna uncover all the hidden truths. Truly admire your professionalism, Miss Cronier, but are you sure you're able to make it the rest of the way there? Don't worry. I'll be right behind you guys. I'm a reporter after all. Over to here. And I'm actually going to check something really quickly. Let's see.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
That one. Okay, just wanted to check how far into this we are or not. Because, like I said, surprisingly tired, so I am going to just cut it after the end of this quest. But we got a little while for that, and just realized I should probably do this actually instead. That I can see chat. There we go. Oop. There. And you.
Take it easy.
I can't read that fast, people. So we're supposed to be looking for... there's a glowy there, so it's probably that. First of all, you. And you. Okay, so we're looking for multiple glowies. There's probably a third one, and that's it, I would guess. Not that big of a circle, so it should be somewhere nearby. There we go. Oh, 4. Give me that flower.
I see everything.
Only got the one, but whatever. Yeah, there's some kind of particle effect going on there. Yeah, I'll deal with that in a moment. Okay, game, what do you want me to do?
Take it easy.
Because that's not showing up. Nothing over here. Come on, let me up. Jump. There we go. Really feels like it should be this.
Take it easy.
Okay, you know what? Since I have the guide up, let me go ahead and just look at what it says. Okay, looks like we're on that. Huh? I messed up there. Let me go ahead and try it this way. Sorry, I'm silent because I'm trying to read this because it looks like there's some, like, sub-world quests to do or something.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Like, I think that I'm on the right step, but it looks like... I'm trying to get on top of this, by the way, just in case that's like a weird hitbox. Guess not. Because it's like, there's a thing that says, essentially, in order to do this step, you need to do 2 other steps, but it hasn't told us we need to do that. Looking for dorms. And there's nothing else in there, so let's try cancel, navigate. Oh. Okay. Alright, there seems to really not be anything of value here. Time to move on. A researcher who once worked together with Edwin Eastinghouse is now kicking storage drums around in a junk heap. Meanwhile, the Fontaine Research Institute still complains about being short-handed, huh? The way these researchers go about things is truly unfathomable. Everybody's worth is reflected in different ways, and kicking storage drums is my way of doing so these days. But I've heard that prior to Edwin's big screw-up, you had quite some sway in the Institute. Some might even say that you were second only to Edwin himself. Paimon, I knew that! That no longer means anything. Now I'm merely someone who was fortunate to survive this project, and one of the culprits who turned the Central Laboratory into what it is today. This is the only information I can offer you, Miss Coroni. Well, I believe that was plenty. Let me write that down, Oh, where are my pen and notebook? My whole bag disappeared. Why did you put your pen and notebook down? Put it right next to that strange-looking mecha right now. Where did they go? Really? Really? Do people just have no sense of self-preservation in this world? Yeah, I'm on it.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch. Gotcha.
Come on. There we go.
Quietly now. There is no escape.
A bit of ways away. There it is. Raimundo, nothing could go wrong here, right? Everything is running according to the set orbit, Croissant. Round and round it goes without any errors. Error-free everything might be, but I'm just worried about getting dizzy. Mr. Croissant, Mr. Raimundo. Ah, Knacker. Such different names. It's great to see you. Have you taken care of the surveyor anchors? I trust you've done as you always have, complete your tasks to perfection. I have, and allow me to give you a brief report. With the Traveler's Assistant, the anchor was successfully retrieved without any equipment. That's unbelievable. You were able to retrieve one without use of any instruments? Goodness, thank heavens. The entire Institute right now only has 3 complete sets of such equipment, and I was honestly worried as to how we might retrieve the anchors as soon as possible. There's nothing compared to the other things I've been through. Is there any critical data in the anchor, Mr. Croissant? Of course not. Some insignificant data, Miss Cronier. I agree with you. After all, there is no way for insignificant data to radiate with harmful Archeum energy flows, is there? Energy flows? I mean, of course! It was necessary, technological means of preserving... What I'd really like to know is why the Fontaine Research Institute would place these survey anchors to monitor the Archeum energy flow after the explosion. To monitor them. Certainly. Obviously, these survey anchors are used for monitoring. Mr. Cronier talks so fast, like a whopper flower spitting fireballs, dendro slime on fire. Dendro slime. Allow me to be more specific. How exactly is the Fontaine Research Institute planning to deal with this explosion? Well, this is really recent then. Yes, I was just about to answer that question. It's an excellent question to ask, as many people are concerned about it. Miss Cronier, I'll be delighted. I'm so delighted that you've come to visit again. I must stress, on behalf of Mr. Croissant, that the Institute has never changed its solution to the explosion. Once we have recovered all of the retrievable research assets at the old site, we will demolish the old central laboratory and do our best to restore the area's natural environment to its original state. That is zero plan. By the central laboratory, you mean the building floating in the air? How are you going to demolish a building like that? Blow it up again? Of course, we shan't be using such crude and simple solutions. The demolition will utilize our newly researched experimental field generator. So yes, the thing that blew it up in the first place. Okay. This device can deactivate the gravity-altering field that surrounds the Institute's ruins and land them in the ground safely. But wasn't this device also within said ruins? And wasn't it also a work of Edwin Eastinghouse that used Archeum energy as its source? So, based on what you're saying, the Fontaine Research Institute is still unwilling to give up this harmless Archeum project, yes? I think they're not going to give up so easily. You been keeping up with what she's been saying? Nope, I just repeated her last sentence. Have you been doing this to pretend you understand what's going on? Anyway, the Fontaine Research Institute is still trying to do dangerous stuff in dangerous ways, right? A great summary, Miss Paimon. And a quote taken out of context there could be really powerful in her story if she wasn't ethical. If we're discussing uncontrolled risks, well, even walking on a road may be dangerous. Also, you should note that the energy source you were using is the completely new and stable tri-state Archeum. How does that differ from normal Archeum? Does the new word in front of it mean anything? Yes! Yes, it does! This, to me, seems like a purely rhetorical maneuver. Shut the fuck up, Cronier! How is it different from normal Archeum? End the question there, let him answer, then put your bullshit next. I'm sure Mr. Croissant would be happy to have an in-depth conversation with you about grammar, but I've left Mr. Knacker here hanging for too long. I can barely talk, oh god. And really, that's just impolite. Mr. Knacker, I trust you've done everything that I've asked. With Hannah's help, everything couldn't have gone any better. So this is an adventurer who came for recruitment. This is rare. Extremely rare. I'm delighted that you're applying for work at the Institute, for work at the Institute, Traveler. After hundreds of years of bad luck, we're finally catching a break. I'm confident that you'll be of great help to us. Here are the documents. All 50 pounds. I'll leave them over there, don't worry about them. Are you gonna take a look at them? I spent ages on them. Mr. Desnos also took them very seriously. If you made it this far, it doesn't matter anymore. They have their uses. They certainly help us to weed idiots out. Yep, there it is. As for you, however, I believe your good qualities go far beyond what they can summarize. So let's leave them alone for now. You're saying we passed the review? Without a doubt, yes. I will personally prepare the contract and notice that you'll need to sign for the follow-up work. Until then, Mr. Knacker? Yes? Well, Miss Cronier appears to be having a discussion about the energy safety with Mr. Poisson. How about you take the Traveler to retrieve the last 2 survey anchors? The energy flow control operations are nearing completion, and all that's left is the data compilation. Oh well, at least everything is under control. Are you guys head somewhere else? I'll come along too. This reporter lady has pretty good ears. There it is. Please be easy. Up. This is where the researchers spent their downtime? Is this even humane? Has the Fontaine Research Institute ever considered making renovating this place a priority? There should be a survey anchor here, just like Miss Cronier implied. Just like Miss Cronier implied, this place needs renovation, and the power supply here is very limited, or perhaps I should say there's a complete shortage. While I'm answering Miss Cronier's questions, I'll leave the job of recovering the survey anchor to you, Traveler. This thing, or not. Okay. Come on. Let me get the thing. Don't care. Yeah, we got the oyster, whatever it is. Okay, so we got that. We can get energy from there. That's about it. And exit. Oh, it stayed open. Didn't actually expect that. Up. Down. This thing. Okay, so we need that to be a different location. I think that can reach. It could kind of... Oh, wait. Can we do it this way? You. Yep. Okay. Yeah, start. Sure.
Where do you want to go next?
Shut up, Zhonglei.
If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
No.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
So we got the thing, right? Based on that quest marker, yes. Hi.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
This way, Kurt.
Solidify!
Busted.
And just give you that to kill him faster. And no drops. There should be there should be a survey anchor here too. I'll open the door and leave the recovery to you, traveler.
Quietly now. Here comes.
You are not good boys.
Busted. Shine down.
Committed to memory.
Okay, so we're gonna need this at some point. Okay. How do we get the Usa from up there? Okay, so we can hit that. Can we get energy from anywhere, though? Go to you.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Good. I mean, like, I can do it this way. Eventually.
Gather!
Oh, that's how. You. Over to you. Over to you. And you. Oh, right. Give that a little bit of time just to regen.
Stabilize!
Gotcha. Game's up. Time's over.
This way, Turtler. Committed to memory. The Temple of Wisdom.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion.
There we go.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Glad I looked back. I would have just not gotten that otherwise. And back over here. Mr. Raimundo, the survey anchors have all been retrieved. Looks like we've really got the right person for the job this time. Put them over there. Someone will come and handle them. Now, let's get on to business. Come over here, please, traveler. There are some documents we need to sign. They're so thick. Why are there so many documents? Because no matter how one looks at it, escorting a researcher into the ruins of the Fontaine Research Institute and then landing said ruins shall be no small matter. And since this is such an important matter, it's only natural for us to explain every detail to the one carrying out the work. Who am I escorting? Why, that'd be Mr. Knacker, of course. Across the entire Institute, there's no one better suited than him to deal with the central laboratory ruins. I request that I accompany Mr. Knacker. What? This is a terrific proposal! Choiseul, did you forget that we mentioned when we came up with the plan? We must keep the public informed about the rebuilding of the Institute with the utmost transparency. Yeah, that's right. The new Fontaine Research Institute has nothing to hide. Edwin made some mistakes, but we're past that now. Please go write a report on it. Go to the ruins of the Institute and see the mistakes Edwin Eastinghouse made. Looking back again, the Institute now is just what we've been working toward. The cause we stand for. Allow me to emphasize once again that... And here we go again. Paimon's about to fall asleep. Maybe you should call me after you're done talking. Yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with us. This is a good time for a break anyway. No, it's important business, so please come this way. Many complicated documents. Alright, that should be all of them. Thank you, Traveler. You are now an externally contracted assistant researcher for the Fontaine Research Institute. What about Paimon? Does Paimon get any title? You're my important assistant, Paimon. Assistant? That just doesn't sound so cool. Don't worry, assistants play an absolutely critical role within the Institute. But let's get back to business, shall we? The things right now in the Institute are rather complicated. No, Raimundo is him. I was thinking of Choi Sol being a bit higher. The matters you'll be dealing with are also urgent, so I won't keep you for much longer. While you're on the way, Mr. Knacker will inform you of some things to note, as well as what you will need to actually do. The rest is up to you now. A lot rests on your shoulders, Mr. Knacker. Well then, please follow me, Traveler. Let's get to the ruins. Sure thing. Don't forget me. Yes, and you. How could I possibly forget you? Okay, we're still stagnating in the rubble, so this is still a part of what I intended to do. This is probably the end of it, though. Sure, why not? Cool. Damn it. Fine, I'll do it the way you're supposed to. There we go. God, please tell me I didn't fall. Come on, Traveler. Miss Coronia, this way. So, you mean we're going to delve into this, the patch of water? That's right. With the help of this allo-gravity condensed water, we can ascend the road of the Institute safely and efficiently. If you don't wish to do it that way, you may also go to the opposite bank and glide in from the highest mountain using a wind glider. Forget it, I'm not that good at using a wind glider. And I'm not really used to heights either. Very well, now I'll go over a few things to keep in mind when it comes to allo-gravity condensed water. So in a nutshell, it's the same as when swimming or diving. In that case, please do enjoy the experience for yourselves. Is everybody ready? Miss Cronier, you can still back out now if you'd like to, and simply wait here for us to return. Reporters never back down. I'll be right behind you guys. I'll try to anyway. Alright then, if you insist. Let's get going now. So, where are we going? Like, it is a cool idea, it just makes no goddamn sense. Ah, I haven't used this before. I went in the cubes once to try to get this, waypoint marker, but that was it. Oh, shut up, slimes.
Shine down!
No drops? Okay. This looks like it's the right direction. Oh god, that's difficult to see what's going on. Oh. Well, something. I have to imagine the wildlife is just extremely confused.
Yeah.
It worked. No idea. Oh yeah, I got a little visual that time. I guess the first one just failed. Where's this one? Okay. Please go forward. Eh, good enough. Oh.
There is no escape.
Just keep turning a little.
Don't worry, you won't be alone for long.
Unsolicited. And all
Yeah,
the more
game, let me-
valuable for it.
There. Like, how do any of the non-slimes survive here? Like, at least the slimes are just elemental energy. Mechs I could forgive as well. Lizards and trees I kinda can't. What's this large plate? That's the experimental field generator that Mr. Edwin developed. Huh? Did that array blow up? Looks perfectly fine now. The thing that exploded wasn't the machine, but the Archeum ore that powers its core driver, the Archeum kinetic core. This thing... will it suddenly start moving by itself? Relax, this big guy can't move now that it's lost its power supply. But didn't Raimundo say we needed to use it to make the runes descend? If it can't move, only a part of it will be activated. The Tri-State Archeum can only support its operation at half speed, but that should be enough to relieve the abnormal gravity state of the central laboratory runes are in. Paimon doesn't understand that at all. What do you need us to do? Please follow me. The place where we will need to work is in the back. Ms. Cornier, please stay here. Some areas in the back contain Institute secrets, and you're not allowed to have any exposure to them. I can see that back of yours from here. What secrets could be hidden inside? I have no idea either. Oh, shit. That's why you're definitely not allowed inside. What nonsense! Anyway, please wait here. If you take photos randomly, you might capture something related to the Institute secrets. For example, the, formula for the sugar-free berry-flavored Fanta. This new Fanta product is quite important to the Institute. Yeah, it's like half your funding, I think. If you leak any information of it to the outside world, you'll need to undergo a 1-month confidential investigation and must report to the Meissen Gestion at the Palais Mammonia 3 times every day to be questioned. Of course, you need to stop your journalistic work. Yeah, that's the one that gets her. Don't worry. Even if I get taken away by the Palais Mammonia for questioning, it'll only be because I've uncovered a secret you're hiding. I won't let myself be forced to stop working for a reason as absurd as leaking some Fanta formula. Admire your work ethic. I hope everything goes well for your photo taking. Traveler, let's go. There's still work for us to do. No. Yes. How did I get this one already? Well, I do kind of remember walking past that now I think about it. Huh. What's the one that I don't have? Hold on, there was one that I didn't have. Was it this? You know what? Just there. Clicking on it for the hell of it.
Solidify!
Things are about to get dicey. Shine down!
Grow!
Hi. Sometimes I really don't get why the Institute has designed the support clockwork mecha to look like humans. Just from the perspective of supporting research, hands and feet are far worse than tracking and multifunctional clockwork mecha apertures. What's the rock? I'm assuming that. Oh, that. Oh, this is the Archon that supplies energy to the experimental field generator. What restrains it is the energy supply device created by Mr. Edwin. See this here? The circuit connects to the generator. All of the inert Archeum we found, this one was the best in terms of purity and stability. That came down to Mr. Edwin. I trust that this wasn't the cause, or at least it shouldn't take all the blame. Whoa, it's not gonna blow up again, is it? When that happens, I'm gonna need you to take us to the skies, Paimon. Paimon doesn't have super strength, but if it really does blow up, then Paimon could give it a shot. Ha! Don't worry. Now that Mr. Edwin's not around, we're completely safe. Alright, I'm about to use Raimundo's catalyst to transform the Archeum into Tri-State Archeum and activate the big fellow outside. Then, these ruins should be able to safely land on the ground. Traveler, could you please help me take some photos in the area? We could use them as evidence for my work record. Can you just say that wasn't allowed? It's fine, these will be used for reference in the Institute and won't be distributed. Unless you secretly keep you for yourself, which I trust you won't do. Oh, right, and when you're taking photos, please look for Miss Cronier while doing so. I've got no idea where she's run off to, or where she's hiding. I really don't want to start the generator only to suddenly find a lady tossed into midair. Okay, I have run into this before, so every time I take a picture here, I'm going to actually go to BRB screen for a moment, because it shows my user ID if I don't. So, see you in a moment. Okay, fine, Cronier. Apparently she's back where she already was.
Take it easy.
She literally hasn't moved. How suspicious. Hey, Miss Cronier. Oh, Traveler, you gave me a fright. How are you able to walk around without making any noise? In heels, by the way. You were just too focused. Speaking of it, you followed us all the way here. Have you managed to find anything? Not really. Since Mr. Knacker said all that, I don't really want to get into any trouble. In the end, all I could take pictures of were dilapidated houses, broken rocks, and a motionless machine. I mean, it's doing stuff. I bet I'd be able to take photos of a big scoop if I could fly into the air just like you can, Paimon. Why be a reporter if you can fly? Those are not exclusive things. I was born to do this. It's the reason I exist. I, too, am very sure of that, Miss Cronier. What? You're able to walk without making noise? Is this a new technology the Institute's developed? Unfortunately, we don't teach walking courses. I've already completed all the preparations. In any case... Traveler, please take Miss Cronier back to the Institute. Once the experimental field generator is activated, it will rapidly change the gravity in the surrounding area. I've been through professional training, and I know what to do in this situation. For your safety, it would be best if you get away from her. For your safety, it would be best if you stay away from here. And how are you going to get down? He has taken the professional courses! You don't need to worry about me. Mr. Edwin taught me how to use the generator personally. No one in the Institute can control this big guy as freely as I can. Not even Raimundo. Guess we'll have to leave it to a professional then. Be careful. Go now. We'll meet again on the surface. That was the wrong button. Traveler, you're back. How's the work coming along? It's fine. There's still some finishing touches that ought to be left to a professional, so Mr. Knacker is still up there. Look, I haven't really contributed that much. Don't say that. You're our only safety rope. Without you, dear traveler, how could we have dared let Mr. Knacker go up there by himself? It could be said that the triple's a brilliant success. There were other benefits as well. Miss Cronje managed to photograph some thought-provoking images, so that she would like to ask me about. And a few of those pictures should prove even more interesting for Mr. Knacker. Let's not talk about that for now. Come, let's take a photo together. Monsieur Croissant will both need to present you with a certificate and an honorary title. Ooh, what about Paimon? Paimon will also get a promotion from assistant, right? Seeing as your traveler's companion, I guess you could join in on the photo. As for the title, so there's no honorary title for Paimon. Honorary titles remain limited in quantity and stay relatively rare. Bullshit. Otherwise, how would we get sponsors to support through rewarding them? Merit? Actual justifiable reason? Oh, alright then. Then allow me to award Paimon. Yeah, a super awesome title. Hey, what kind of nonsense title are those? At least we're already best buddies. Paimon doesn't need a title for that. You better make Traveler's title really awesome. Of course, the honorary title is of the highest standing. Besides, haven't you already been promoted to assistant to the honorary senior researcher? Come on, let's get that photo taken. An assistant's still an assistant, no matter how many words you put after it. Alright, let's take the photo. It's an occasion to remember. Monsieur Croissant, you're... Oh, looks like he's having a nice conversation with Miss Cronje. Hence, the operation is a stepping stone to rebuilding the Institute. We can do it, and it is our duty to do so, as it always has been. As for the former site of the Institute, we'll keep it preserved forever and rebuild it as the Fontaine Research Institute Safety Education Center. I think I've had just about enough. I'm certain that everybody has benefited from your speech, Monsieur Croissant, but now the time to take the photo together with the Traveler, wouldn't you say? Yes, of course. We must take a photo and mark the occasion with our dear honorary senior researcher of the Fontaine Research Institute. Please give us a second, Miss Cronje. This shouldn't take too long. Oh, don't worry. It's not like the things you said just now weren't all cliches anyway. Weren't you guys going to take a photo together? I just happen to have a camera with me. Please go and stand in position. I traveled a long way to get here, so please at least make it worth the trip, okay? Oh no. I feel like that's not how that's supposed to go. Was that an explosion just now? No. It was swamp gas reflecting off of what the fuck's the moon called in this world. We're just taking a photo together. Is such a ceremonious greeting necessary? I don't believe that was an explosion. Sure. Don't believe that was an explosion. All things considered, it was probably a controllable... That was an explosion! Paimon was nearly blown away just now. If not, what else could it have been? Mr. Croissant, could you please explain this to us? Was this something that you had anticipated? I must say, you asked a very good question, a very excellent one, as many people are wondering the same thing. The color of those bodies of water. Could it be the condenser components are already in? You're right, he hasn't returned. You're right, he hasn't returned yet. Let's not delay, Traveler. We need to go now. Wait, I want to go too. The truth behind this explosion. Please do not ask so rashly. Please do not act so rashly, Miss Reporter. If you dip one of your toes in that water, you'll be saying goodbye to this world within a minute. Would you please just stay here? Traveler, according to your previous experience, the energy flow that remains in these bodies of water shouldn't affect you too much. Please get to the ruins as quickly as you can. I'll find my own way up, and I'll meet you there. I have my ways. After the explosion, I was among one of the first up there to conduct disaster investigation and evaluation. Things at that time were much more complicated than they are now. Anyway, enough talk. Let's get moving. Hopefully Mr. Knacker won't meet the same fate that Edwin did. Luckily, I can teleport. Was that like that before? Hi.
Gather!
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over. There is no escape.
Just leave her alone.
Hands
Fairly
down.
alone.
Dead yet? You.
Quietly now.
Assumingly, yeah, there we go. Looks like the Archeum overloaded. And that the cooling mechanism is also damaged. Knacker, what have you done here exactly? This was my fault. I didn't think that Knacker would still be unsatisfied despite all the benefits I gave him. Benefits? Wait a second. Why are you looking at me like that? Did he say something to you? Attitude towards various matters. Sweet talk. Did he tell you guys then that it was people like him, Edwin's successors, who were reaping the benefits from this mess by stealing all kinds of information and selling it for a fortune? Hey, you guys are telling completely different stories. Paimon doesn't know who to believe anymore. If only he were here, then we could find out the truth. Paimon doesn't see him at all, though. He's not here. Where could he have gone? I don't think he was killed at the very least. I'll explain why later. For now, though, we must stabilize this Archeum as quickly as we can. The suppression system shut down and the ore is presently in an excited state. That's what caused the explosion. What caused the explosion? Or what caused the explosion? Or what caused the explosion? But this big rock doesn't look blown up at all. Alright. I agree that this is indeed quite difficult to understand. I'll explain it in simpler terms for you. I guess I have no choice now. The experimental field generator that Edwin created is extremely powerful and can manipulate gravity. I believe you already know this. After the explosion, all the Archeum in the Institute shattered into fragments. Among these fragments, many of them could have turned into an excited state and triggered an explosion at any time. With use of gravity fields, they were all restrained and gathered beneath our feet. The explosion just before was a small one caused by part of the Archeum in the ruins that was affected by energy flow. I guess you could call it a minor rehearsal of the third great explosion. What was the first one, assumedly, then? Because the second one was assumedly what caused all of this. Then this ruin is a super huge, ready-to-explode piece of Archeum? So, you guys did all this, not because you wanted to retrieve assets, but because you were scared this place would explode again? That's just one of the objectives of this operation. Right now, our priority is to retrieve the condensing components that fell into the water and restart the suppression device. There's also Archeum inside these components, and the intense energy flow has likely caused unpredictable changes to the water bodies. Forgive me, but I'm really not capable of retrieving them and installing them back into the inhibitor. Oh, the things that were around this, I think. Only you are capable of doing this, Traveler. Please, for the Court of Fontaine, and since it's urgent, I'll get the job done first. But once this is all over, you better explain everything clearly. If all goes well, I'll tell you everything I know. I got four things to get. Aye. I think they turned purple. You do your best, my dude. Okay. Yeah, we're in one of them. So, do we just look? We can't go in through the side. Okay, there's a thing we can grab onto, theoretically, there. I'm just not sure that's useful. Well, I can see them easily enough. It's just a matter of how we get to them. Okay, back up to here. Try starting over here, then. And if I can't figure out how to retrieve these in, like, a minute or two, I might go ahead and just end the stream, because I am quite tired. I really did underestimate that. Just in case, try this. Nope. Oh. Here's this thing. Okay. Well, this is incredibly annoying. Was there another? No. Oh, wait, there's stuff, though. Kind of figured that's what they're probably trying to teach us. Okay, so... Can we just get to this? No, we cannot. Let's go to this, then. Or we could die. I'm going to go ahead and call out the stream there, because it looks like each of these is a puzzle where you slowly die as you do it. So, this is going to be a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. And again, there are also follow-ups to this, so... Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say that for the foreseeable future, let's turn Friday into kind of a Genshin stream day, just to give it some amount of consistency, because there is a lot of Genshin left. Like, there are so many world quests that I haven't done. So, for the foreseeable future, I'm going to have it be streaming 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, timing variable. Monday to Thursday will be Fate Samurai Remnant, for as long as that game goes for. Unless there's something else I feel like playing, basically. And then Friday is going to be Genshin, to just kind of chip away at whatever bits I can over time. As usual, follow me on Twitter at Peter Moxilin if you want various updates on my streaming schedule, what I intend to stream, or just want to hear my random-ass ramblings about video games, anime, astronomy, whatever the hell, basically. Until then, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope that you've had a wonderful time. If this live stream hasn't ruined your life, then go ahead and do it like YouTube's every 1,000,000 times. I hope you have a wonderful remainder of your day, again. I hope to see you in the next one, where I'm hopefully less tired. God, I've not been able to talk correctly this entire time. See you on Monday for Fate Samurai Remnant. Bye.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as